Alright, hello everyone. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about Pluto to destroy, economy, MSM, Dems, death, rebirth, impeachment. Okay, so everything that I was saying before, like around early last year and a little bit towards everything, I believe that's coming alive right now. See, one of the things was I wasn't ever really given dates, so it had to all be kind of like situational. Like I had to see things play out. So this is a time where some weird things are gonna start to happen. Queen's death. Um, that'll be the beginning of something new. I've talked about the natural disasters. I've talked about Texit coming up, and I'm actually going to a meeting that's kind of focused on that, where I'm going to meet some of the people that are behind the Texit movement. So, now we're getting into this stage about the economy dying. You're starting to see that. You're starting to see what my pinned tweet showed about World War III. And even though I said that World War III was going to happen in 2024, I'm not quite sure on that. I think it may be 2025 or 2026. So the economy is going to go kaput. I would be careful about what you put your money in these days, because money's fake. So you want to put it, I would say, to be the best guess, I would go somewhere where a value is held. I wouldn't put it in anywhere that value is not held. And when you're thinking about that, think about that the money that you currently have is created from nothing and charged interest, so it's always losing value. And that's one of the main reasons why our economy is being destroyed, is because we've printed too much money, especially in a short amount of time. And inflation is going to show, and I guarantee that once the Fed starts increasing rates, that everything goes south. Like, right now, this is too far gone. And everything's, economic-wise, is going to go bye-bye, because Pluto is here to destroy. Pluto is also going to destroy the mainstream media. And we're also seeing that, we'll probably, I'm not sure whether the economy destruction probably won't happen towards the end of the year, probably around September, October. It's going to get bad. If you think inflation is fun right now, just wait. Around that time, you'll see inflation at its worst. The mainstream media is going to be going down. You can already start to see that happen. I mean, Trump supporters going to buy CNN. You got Truth Social coming out. So a lot of weird things are going to be going on. Facebook just lost a lot of money. There's some interesting things happening right there. We'll just say the Democrats are going down. I remember when I said one party will die, and another party, and the other party will rebuild. And because we know that one party that's rebuilding right now, some of the people in there are not good people. We'll just say they're sellouts, they're corrupt. And we're seeing different people get in there, which is good. Things are starting to change. People are going back and taking over their local districts and looking at the state and things of that nature. I would say that Americans are more involved in making change themselves right now than I would say, almost at, other points of history besides maybe the revolution, because this is going to create something new, a new America, maybe a Jassara and a Sarah. Oh. And I think Bitcoin's going to be gone too. I don't know. I think cryptocurrency was a test for what's going to be taking its place, which is this kind of new gold standard that they got going on with the quantum financial system. That would be one of my guess. But like I said, things are in a death and rebirth mode. Even individuals, because, I bet some of you want to pursue something different. Maybe the pandemic opened your eyes to where you know that maybe you can't be reliable on this company to have you work there all your life, or something like that. You don't know how their policies are going to change. So there's shifts in employment, and that shifts in employment will get better. I do see a future of more entrepreneurs than I think anything else, which is also a good sign, because entrepreneurship drives innovation. Corporations only have so long to live, and when they reach a certain stage, it's called cannibalism, and they actually have to eat other companies in order to survive. In other words, they gotta buy them and incorporate them into their madness, into their scheme. So more entrepreneurs is always a great thing for the economy, because it creates more competition, because most of the time corporations dominate the market from what we've seen. Okay, so we're seeing, and some of these transitions aren't painful. Are painful because, people are taking lots of risk. A lot of people are taking a lot of risks these days. So this is where we get into this death and rebirth thing, and I believe the hard work and everything that's being done right now is going to be very, very good. My dissertation that I'm writing, I hope that those ideas get brought forth about restorative justice, and basically it's the search for justice. One of the things that I've learned throughout my almost 39 years, maybe, well, still 38, let's say 38 years, because 39's near the end of the year, but for a good amount of time, I would say, is that the one thing that's probably the most wrong about our country is particularly the way how we view justice, or people making mistakes. There's a difference between making a mistake and doing something intentionally wrong. And I think our punitive justice system needs to be reduced drastically. Because the prison system is basically what we have ourselves tied to right now. We are we're debt to the reserves in a way. They make money off of us. We're prisoners to the Federal Reserve, and that cycle's going to keep going until y'all quit believing in it. Start buying more gold. You got the choice to choose, which currency you think is best. Start take all your money out of the banks and put it into smaller ones. Mess with the system. The power is yours. But either way, it's gonna collapse. They've already screwed that. They're just trying to hold on to the little bit of time that they can. And that's why I suggest maybe you try to do something while you have this little bit of time. Because once the hyperinflation begins, it just gets bad. So another thing is impeachment. I think that a unique situation is going to happen after the November 3rd elections. And it's going to be a one-in-a-lifetime experience. Something maybe you may not have seen ever, or probably may not ever see again, or live through. To me, it's something good. To others, they would probably, be horrified at it. Well, it also depends on which way it goes. So, basically that has to do with the elections. And I think there's going to be a very good turnout. And everything's going to boil down to what comes next as into how this all goes. If the Democrats get it, Biden might resign and Harris would move up. I don't know if Pelosi might move up to the vice presidency. And then the House of Representatives would be able to choose whoever they wanted to, like Hillary or something like that. But then you also got her being investigated by probably Durham right now. So, it's going to be interesting what happens from that case. But then the other way, let's just say if the Republicans take it, then, they don't have to. The interesting thing about the Constitution is the Speaker of the House does not have to be an elected official. So Trump doesn't even have to run for a House representative. If the Republicans get it, they can just, nominate him as the Speaker of the House. And then impeachment could ensue. And the ways that I see this playing out is either Biden's not going to be in office. I keep telling people that. But he's not going to finish his term. I'm not even quite sure that's really him. But that's a whole nother topic. Let's just say the whole picture is real right now. Oh, man. But yeah, let's just say that the whole picture is real right now. Because I'm not going to go down the other rabbit holes. Because most people, from, the feeling that I get there, even though they maybe want said rabbit holes to be true, which said rabbit holes are probably true, they don't want to believe them right now. So let's just take what the illusion is showing us, the whole fake, whatever you want to call it. But they would impeach him, impeach Harris, and then Trump would be president. The other way that I see this going is they just impeach Biden and Harris rides it out, and really nothing gets done, and inflation gets really, really bad, and then we finally pick somebody good in 2024. But those are the scenarios. It's going to be either that they could stay on the same course and Biden just disappears from the scene and Harris comes in. So, I mean, but I think one of the other alternate things that I said is going to happen. But if not, the one thing that I look forward to is 2024. Because that's where we're supposed to get most of our hope from. And finally, we elect an actual good person. But also, keep an eye on what's going on in Wisconsin and Arizona and Georgia. Because I think they're going to decertify, which might set up something else for someone else to get into office. So that might be a possibility too. You never know with these things. Like I said, I'm tricky. These are tricky times. You are entering the void. And in other related news, I know that there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember it. But things, I think the beginning of this year, probably all the way up to October, is gonna be a repeat of last year, as in inflation and people still going nuts, and even though restrictions are being lifted, there's still weird things going on, like the explosions at the White House, with a wall being constructed around it too. Just really, really odd things. And I believe I know what to make of it, but in a lot of ways I've really said my piece, and I've been redundant, and I've even said, what I'm saying right here, except I thought it was going to happen last year, but things are going to fall, and things are falling worldwide, but the change that is coming is good. It's something I don't think any of us can really grasp it, quite understand it quite yet until we experience it, but I'm patiently waiting for it, and I'm going to start sending queries out for my novel too this week, because I've finally gotten through that class. I still got a little bit of writing on my dissertation, and I might do another video where I just kind of read some of it. I might do it like this, but I don't know. I might do it with video, seeing me. I don't know. Sometimes I like to hide behind, sometimes I don't. But anyway, I've been talking for way too long, and I'm rambling. I will talk to you guys, or I will be back on like some other time. Things are busy school-wise, so it may be, it could be a week, it could be 4 weeks. I try not to go any more than 2 weeks if I can do it, but sometimes I just can't help that, just because of school and writing. But I had some time, so I wanted to come on here and say something, so I said something and something and something. So, and I'll say something again, but I just wanted, to let everybody know I'm still alive. But peace out, and y'all have a good one.